Good morning, Philip from the Cambridge Landscaper, also running Land Grow, the landscapers marketing agency. I want to give you some tips today on how to get better profit through better quality leads and better quality quotes. So technically, this is called operational margin. So I run my business, been running it 7 years now, and you know the drill. Some you win, some you lose. So I've tried to change that, and I've tried to make more profit in certain areas. And there was a couple of big wins that helped me do that. I think one, attracting a better quality customer, so you're able to quote for that job. And when you actually have the job, making sure you make a good amount of profit. So there's a couple of ways I do each. Obviously, I'm a digital marketing expert, so I don't want to go crazy deep on that. But I'm going to give you a walkthrough of what I see as my customers' process when they come through our website. And then secondly, when I'm quoting, I'm actually going to give you a sneak of my quoting system and let you understand how I break quotes down. So I'm going to give you a real life example. Basically, I do square meter, linear meter, but I add on a groundwork element, and I think that's really important. And that groundwork element looks at number of grabs or muck away, and it looks at the access and plant hire as well. So this groundwork, I think a lot of people miss on quoting and go rearing in with a quote. Um, and I also add a lot of little add-ons, and I'm really straight with the customer. I say this is why. So yeah, let's get into it. So I'm going to go through essentially my lead process with my client. So landscapers in Cambridge. So let's say customer search for this. Okay. So I'm at the top. I've got a high ranking profile. Um, so I'm at the top of Google My Businesses and the natural search results. I also run some ads occasionally, but to be fair, I don't really need to. Customer clicks onto the site. So big tagline, beautiful outdoor living spaces, big obvious quote box, and then it's very image heavy. And I think that's the thing that I'm selling is an appointment. So I think you need to create your content focused around getting an appointment. So what do we need to achieve that? I think you need trust, and I think you need things that they actually like. So some things are unavoidable. If they don't like your style, it's hard. But you can build that up, and you need to give yourself the best opportunity. So trust, for example, I've got an explainer video, so feel free to have a look at that in your own time. I've got a quick start guide. This is really good to help people read a lot about those general questions you answer when you arrive on site. So that should take a lot of that legwork out of your first or second site visit. Prices, they are in there. Not many people read things on the website. So I think this is where you need to be a little bit careful and make sure your website shouts quite quickly what you're about. So quality, for example, and organization and trust. We have these buttons here. FAQ, a huge amount of information. And the majority of people, I would say, read the FAQs, but they don't click this button and download the quick start guide and look at the prices. So I've put it there in the how much does a project cost, and that's going to filter out a lot of people to start who don't have, because I'm first visit so much. I actually have to filter out my clients or my appointments to manage cost expectation, because we're VAT and we're not the cheapest either, but we are the best. That's what I say to customers. Um, Then what they can expect to receive, I think, is really important. So I've bulleted out really quickly: track record, quality focus culture, and I don't think people read much further than that. Services are really clear, so all the elements required on a big project, they're all in here. Reviews very clear as well, so I think that's really important. I think that's bloody broke at the moment, but all my reviews usually come up here. But I think the plugin is not working for some reason. So what I'm trying to say is upload your quality into your website. So you really need to be clear on your quality messages. So, for example, in Cambridge, people's portfolio isn't very clear, so people can get the willies about what outcome you're going to have. So I've created a series of YouTube videos of before, during, after. That really helps settle people's minds, and I think it also gives them a realistic outcome expectation. Um, so that's really important. And then on each of my services, I'm so clear on the pricing. I mean, I can't be any more clear. Give them lots of advantages, disadvantages of sandstone porcelain. Then when I'm actually on site, I go into methodology. So I say, well, we use type 1, we use a hard geotex membrane. We do 2 sittings of compaction. We never do it in the wet. So these are all the subsidence risk areas that we deal with. So I'm almost hand-holding and training the client as to what to look for. And I think that's super important. Things like we do a 5 centimeter concrete bed when we lay. Steps, we do a Gen 3 pour sometimes. It's all about quality, and I think when they're spending 10k plus, this is what people care about. The extra grand or two doesn't really matter, when you get to that point. So yeah, I think my essential thing that I want to say is try and manage some expectation on the site. My big win on this site is time on site. So they're watching videos, they're watching FAQs. Average time on site is about 1.5 to 2 minutes. That keeps me ranking really high on Google. So yeah, that's that. The next thing I want to show you is my invoicing program. So I use Invoice to Go. Just saves me so much time. I write every invoice fresh. I don't use predefined fields. So let me just give you an example of one of my quotes. Just get some from yesterday. You can see I wish I close all of them, but I close actually about 2 in 10. That's because of my price point. So I'm pretty sure I did this one yesterday. I'm pretty sure I've got it. So it's a real simple breakdown. So I did parts and labor. So parts, grab lorries. Per grab lorry will help you manage risk if soil is really expansive, like you get a dry clay, or you miscalculated. Landscaping budget, I always give a budget rather than a amount of plants. You can see in this situation they wanted a mature tree. The labor for fitting soft landscaping, barking budget, and don't forget I make margins on these as well. I'll make about 20%. Then I really pin down excavation depths, diameters, and dimensions, sorry, and then put square meterage, put my square meterage rate, and then that helps risk if they change the spec halfway through, which happens. Same with edgings, do some self-binding gravel. Then this is the line I want you guys to focus on. It's the excavation. Now I know some people do excavation and you're going to lose customers because your price point is going up. But if you're getting a steady lead, you're going to start attracting the right type of customers. So it's all down to you. You need to feel, what your client's expectation is. But I'm pretty ruthless, to be honest. And I make sure my arse is covered on my prices. So I've started doing this now, and I'm so much more comfortable on site because I'm not rushing the men. I'm not running around trying to dig out things and, you know, meet grab lorries at 3 o'clock every day. We can take our time. We can get it right the first time. No rework. So I think that's really important. So yeah, I'm really clear on how I break it down. Also, some people just give a price. So obviously everyone gets 3 quotes. I stick to my transparency rule. I think that's really important. Break it all down for them so they can see what is what. And I think that's my selling point. So I sell that to them a little bit as well. I say, look, I have to sell to you a little bit. We're real good. We know what we're doing. We're really honest as well. So, you know, we don't play games and we get the price right the first time unless you change the spec. So I think that's kind of our sell. Yeah, so I hope that gives you a bit of a bonus on your end of year profit. Uh, don't forget your groundwork and your access routes. Sometimes I even add plant hire. So yeah, don't forget, guys, I offer this as a service. I run Land Grow. So I build you a website. I'm taking on one landscaper in each area, and I will get you to the top of Google. I will generate you better quality clients. I don't use WordPress. I don't use nasty templates. I create everything bespoke. This website was created bespoke. Check out my vids. Check out this video on the homepage. Check out my pitch. I mean, I'm a straight shooter. Been a digital marketer for a long time. Worked in sales and marketing for about 10 years. Check me out on LinkedIn. Yeah, turn over 400k on the Cambridge Landscaper. Search landscapers in Cambridge. Pretty much, I know what I'm doing, and yeah, why not make some extra coin? Sell my skills to you guys. So yeah, hit me up. Let's do a deal on your new website. All right, cheers. Thank you.